Hi, let's have a go at painting this. It's a simple watercolour of mushrooms and foliage, starting off with the stalks in raw sienna and burnt umber using the wet and wet technique. Just concentrating on the stalks, making sure you can get in the depth, and the little canopies there, they're done with a touch of Payne's grey to give that shading underneath, that darker shading. Obviously you need the darker bits that are going to be shaded as the two close mushrooms, and then we're starting on the caps of the mushroom. This is done in Alizarin Crimson with a touch of orange. I'm using Sennelier watercolour paints as I find them quite rich and they can last for quite some time. I'm painting the tops of the canopies of the mushrooms, and I will go back in and just lighten them slightly just by dabbing, adding water, not too much, and then just dabbing the tops of the mushroom caps. This will just give it a bit more of a realistic effect. I always recommend just taking your time, just enjoying it. And what can you do at the end? If you ruin it, it's a piece of paper. You start all over again. Practice and practice. I'm just going back in, checking the shading, making sure that I get my lights and my darks. The tonal values are quite important. This is what makes it pop out. So I'm just checking everything, and I'm just going to start doing the underneath part of the canopy. And I'm starting there with a lighter colour of burnt umber, raw sienna, just a very dilute solution. I'm just painting the snail on the top of the top mushroom, again in raw sienna and burnt umber, just a diluted solution. And now I'm going in using olive green and a bit of ultramarine blue on the darker bits of the foliage, and just making very simple with little teardrops on either side and a bit of foam on the right hand side, adding the values of dark and light. As you can see, I keep going back and checking my values, and I'm going in using Alizarin Crimson on the little red berries that will be added in. I'm making the foliage that little bit darker so they really pop out. I'm going back up to the snail, doing his house in a very weak solution of neutral tint, along with the body of burnt umber. I'm still going in and just checking all my values. I'm having a quick dry at painting this, and then it enables me to go in to make the white dots using Dr. Martin's Bleedproof white. I find this the best white to use. I'm putting little under shading bits on the white parts of the mushroom. That gives a little bit of depth, and I will then go back in, check the snail, and also put more white into the caps of the mushroom. You will see me checking everything as I go along. Tape off and mount.